Hello and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home. My name is Catherine, and it is so good to have you with me here today on this last Sunday in August. And what I want to do is take you around the garden so that you can see what's happening in my garden. So many good things are just popping up, and the harvest has been great. I must say that my tomatoes and kale and collard greens have been doing well as the okra. And I'm starting to see some pumpkins. You know, last year I had so much success with the pumpkins, but this year I tried to hold back. And so I'm not going to have as many pumpkins, but I'm going to have plenty of greens, plenty of tomatoes, and other wonderful good crop to eat, veggies to eat. And so let's walk around. Let me show you what's up. Also, my plums. Yes, this year I have a plum harvest. It is so good. So come with me as we walk around the garden and enjoy this last Sunday in August here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Can you believe it that this is the last Sunday in August? I am just so surprised, even though it is that. It's just like if the summer just went by so fast, and our gardening season has just moved along so rapidly. But I'm glad that I have been recording my year here in the garden, this season, this garden and growing season of 2024. And I'm so glad that you've decided to come along with me. So let us just go for a walk. We're going to walk around the garden here on this last Sunday of the month of August in 2024, and just enjoy the changes in the garden. Each day I am just experiencing something new in my garden, and it's amazing because what I've noticed is that the 4 o'clocks have been getting more larger and bushier. And what I'm hoping is that next year that they will self-seed in this bed, and that they will grow and they will perennialize in a sense, or self-seed and fill this bed up for this time of the year. And they look so nice with the purple perella and the white variegated grass there. And so I'm thinking about this fall time and what does this look like. And then here, even in this bed here, this bed has been such a thrill because I can see things changing and growing, and definitely the white 4 o'clocks are doing so well here. And this can be an added bonus with the purple perella. The purple perella has really accented each and every bed in such a fantastic way here in the garden, and I'm just so pleased with it. It's really a good filler. As you can tell, today is a sunny day. We've been getting a lot of rain last week or the week before, but the last couple of days though, it has been dry. And so we've had to take out the water hose and just wet everything down. And it is a lot of effort to do that. It takes a lot of effort to do that. But it's a necessity, because if you don't do it, then you won't have a garden, because everything will just dry right out. But I'm just pleased with what we have here, and we just have to keep working at it to keep everything alive and flourishing. My husband and I have really enjoyed the plums, and they have just been ripening, and he has just had a heyday, a lot of fun just picking the plums. And so now we have the plums at the top here that we need to pursue and get. And it just reminds me of when I was a young girl. We had 2 plum trees like this in my father's yard, in our backyard, and we would just enjoy eating the plums. And I'm so glad to have the success with the plums this year. It has made it worthwhile buying fruit trees and knowing that I can benefit from them. The other fruit tree that did well this year and has really grown and has had really great growth is my fig tree here. And it's not really a tree, it's more like a shrub, a bush. It's wild, but I am so glad to see it develop really strong stems. And I can see fruit there. The only problem is I don't think that it will have enough time to develop, but I did get some fruit from the earlier from the first flush. My tomatoes continue to produce, and I have a lot of green tomatoes here that will ripen. And I also have these sweet 100s which have been flourishing here in the garden. And it is a wonderful thing because I think this has been one of the successes here, that last year I had allowed it to get so shrouded by the pumpkins and other things that the tomatoes really did not get a chance to grow and to really flourish in the garden. So I didn't have a lot of tomatoes. But this year I learned my lesson and decided that I wanted tomatoes and that I would make sure that the tomatoes would get enough light, enough space, and they would be able to flourish here in my garden. And it has worked out. So this has been a great success right here, the tomatoes. I can say that this is what has been the success story, or the abundance has been with the tomatoes. Yeah. And then having the tomatoes right here with these yellow flowers, because these flowers are very much a pollinator's haven. The pollinators just love this area, so that the tomatoes are getting pollinated and just very, very fruitful. And all of the different tomatoes that I had purchased have been very, very productive. Now I've come in, and like the yellow leaves, I'm going to have to do that again here with this group, but I definitely have been cutting back the leaves that are dried and yellowing, so that we can maintain this beautiful process of growth going on here. And I'm going to have to harvest some of these tomatoes. Now, this type of tomato is called like a Roma tomato, and they grow in clusters, but then after a certain time they fall off. They're very, very sensitive. So I like to harvest them when they look like this, because then that way I don't lose them. And then I let them continue to ripen on the kitchen table. I'm thankful because I can see a pumpkin developing, and that is so exciting because I didn't think I was going to get any pumpkins at all. And this is the Sweet 100s pumpkin that I had planted here, and I'm really happy to know that I'm going to get some pumpkin, at least one or two, and I can make a pumpkin pie. I'm excited about that. Now you can see here that the pumpkins are moving through the okra, and the okra is doing fantastic here. This has been another success. Last year I had grown okra, but I put it in another section and I didn't give the okra space to develop. But this year I decided that I would give it a prominent space, and it was the best thing ever because now it is producing. And so what I've been doing is I have been harvesting the okra and then freezing them, chopping them up and freezing them, putting them in the freezer. So I'll have some for later on when I want to have the taste of summer with the okra. These dinosaur kales are doing fantastic. Right now I'm not using these. I'm allowing them to grow up and to get sturdy and strong. But I have some in the inner garden, kitchen garden area that I've been cutting and using and eating on a regular basis. So that is good. And I just love these marigolds. They're just such a highlight here. And I have to make sure that I save the seeds of the marigolds. I just love how this looks. And there's something about the aesthetics of the garden. I just love how it looks. I'm into that. I'm into the look, and I'm into the allowing the garden to be free, you know, with a little help from myself here to keep it in order. And at this time of the year, the garden has a way of just growing, just expanding. And so, you know, I have to be out here cleaning up and making sure that everything has room to fully express itself. Well, I did clean out this area and removed the onions and the purple perilla that was taking up the space here. And this has just opened up this section again. So I am thankful because now I can see what's happening. And as you can see, I have here the dinosaur kale, the corn, another row of okra there, and I also have the peppers there, some corn that's still developing, some banana peppers, some kale, curly kale, and other things. And what I'm doing is setting up this area for the fall. So I know that I'm going to have the kale that's going to take me through the winter. I'm going to get some garlic to put in this area, as well as some onions. I'm going to try and get some starts so that we can have it for next year in the spring. And I'm going to be mindful of the onion and the garlic to make sure that I harvest them on time. On this side, I have my collard greens. And this one right here, this is from last year, and it continues to grow, and it's giving me some leafy greens, which is fantastic, that I'll have for the winter. But I did plant in 1, 2, 3, 4 new plants here and this side. But then I also threw out some seeds from the same plant. And here's one that's growing up. Look at that. And these are some more seedlings here. As you can see, there's something eating them, probably a slug. But this one is standing strong and tall, which is good. And I'm glad that they have the space to grow and also the sun, so that they can really be well established for the winter, that we can come out here, run out here and get us some more collard green leaves, to get the taste of summer in the fall and the winter. And these leaves, this is very perennial, it kind of like perennialized, and these leaves lasted a long time, well into early spring. I also have over here these, let me pull it up here, my dinosaur kale, which needs to be propped up, and also collard greens here. And there are two different types of collard greens, and you can kind of tell by the leaves. This is a different collard green from this style over here. I have my peppers as well, that's here, and the corn, and then this banana pepper here. So, they're finishing up, but looking very good. Just looking very nice. I love it. My flowers are doing well here. The cleome continues to show some beautiful, beautiful flowers. I just love the cleome. And it looks like the purple phlox is having a second run of it here, which is nice. Bee balm is just about finished. And then my canna is here. It hasn't flowered yet, but it's there. I think that maybe my the leaves are kind of turning yellow here with this. It may have too much water, I'm not sure. But it's still very colorful. And then of course my zinnias. And I just love, 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 love my rose. This is mother pearl rose. And it is just holding its own here, giving me some beautiful, beautiful color in the middle of all of this. Found over the years that this area is the best place to grow my kale, and as you can see, they do well with the peppers. I have my jalapeno peppers here, but I also have this kale, which is just enjoying this location. And I have been harvesting it, eating it, enjoying it. Between the peppers and the kale, yeah, it's been really, really good. And they've stayed fairly healthy. So I'm thankful. My hedge of kale. Thank you for walking around with me in the garden and enjoying this wonderful Sunday morning here at Catherine's Garden and Home. If you have not subscribed to Catherine's Garden and Home, what's keeping you back? Go ahead, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos. There's so many good things happening, and things are still colorful, still growing. And you know, I'm excited for the mums, which will be next in the garden. So come on and join us here at Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow, 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 grow together. Bye.